As the transfer window edges toward its final days, Liverpool are moving decisively to reshape their back line. Change in the back line has been a recurring theme in discussions around Arne Slot's squad, and the club now looks set to finalise a significant agreement before the deadline passes. With negotiations advancing quickly, this could prove that Liverpool's busy window is far from over. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Alexis Mac Allister's availability against Newcastle has been cast into doubt as he was not spotted with the 21-man squad who arrived in the city ahead of Monday's match. The focus of Arne Slot's team selection has centred around who he will opt to start at right back, with Jeremy Frimpong absent with injury, and neither Connor Bradley nor Joe Gomez fully fit. The Northern Irishman has, however, travelled with the squad to Newcastle, with a 21-man squad pictured arriving at the Inside Hotel on the quayside. One player who could miss out, though, is Mac Allister, who was not among the players who disembarked the bus on Sunday evening. His possible absence from Monday's proceedings could be due to the fact his partner Arlen is currently pregnant with their first child. If he does miss out on the clash at St James's Park, expect Slot to explain why, as he did for Ryan Gravenberch after he missed the Community Shield to welcome his daughter with partner Cindy. Curtis Jones will be expected to take on a role in midfield alongside Gravenberch if the Argentine cannot be involved, with Szoboszlai likely to be needed in defence. It will leave Liverpool short on midfield options from the bench, as the above-mentioned plan would result in only Harvey Elliott and Wataru Endo left for Slot to turn to. Although Bradley is with the squad, Slot will be considering Szoboszlai or Endo at right back, with neither the number 12 nor Gomez ready to play the full 90 minutes. Other notable absentees include Frimpong injury and Kostas Simikas, who has not been involved in any squad since the Community Shield. There is a place for new signing Giovanni Leone, with a place on the bench expected for the 18-year-old at the first time of asking following his arrival prior to the opening game of the season. He was not registered in time to be part of the squad against Bournemouth. Now, in a huge deal ahead of the transfer deadline, Kostas Simikas is exploring his options ahead of a likely move away from Liverpool within the next week, with a new option emerging from Serie A. Simikas has been left out of both of Liverpool's games so far this season, and is not expected to be part of the squad to face Newcastle on Monday night. It comes with the Greek finding himself surplus to requirements following the signing of Milos Kerkez, and the club opting to leave him out amid growing interest. There have been no concrete developments so far, despite Nottingham Forest, Valencia and Lille being among the 29-year-old suitors. That could soon change though, with widespread reports in Italy claiming AS Roma have made contact. Corriere dello Sport report that Simikas is being considered as a replacement for Anas Salah-Eddin, who is on his way to Cagliari with a straight loan deal proposed. However, Gazzetta dello Sport claim that Roma are in preliminary negotiations with Liverpool for a loan with an option to buy, which would clearly better suit the Premier League champions. Journalist Gianluca Di Marzio has described the deal as not easy, and more clarity is expected early next week as a decision is made on Simikas' future. Earlier this week, The Athletic's James Pearce reported that the Greece international's priority would be to join a side who can offer European football and would prioritise a move abroad over staying in the Premier League. A switch to Roma would tick both of those boxes, with Gianpiero Gasparini's side already qualified for the league phase of the Europa League after finishing 5th in last season's Serie A. But there could be concerns over the role Simikas would play for the Giallorossi, given the player he would replace, Salah-Eddin, is simply back up to first-choice left-back Angelino. The Dutchman only joined Roma in February but went on to make just 3 appearances in the second half of the season, and is not in Gasparini's long-term plans. In a way, that situation would mirror Simikas' role since joining Liverpool from Olympiacos 5 years ago, and speaking in June, he appeared to make clear that if he were to leave, it would be as a first-choice starter. It's definitely a temptation to play more, he explained, but for me, the 27 to 29 games I play every year in all competitions are more than playing 40 for another team and in another league. Here I am on the Broadway of football. In other news, Liverpool head coach Arne Slot believes his team's early season habit of conceding goals after substitutions is just a coincidence, at least for now. Leading 2-0 at home to Bournemouth last week, he took off new fullbacks Milos Kerkez and Jeremy Frimpong, who was subsequently ruled out for a month with a hamstring injury on the hour, and saw Cherries forward Antoine Semenyo score the first of his 2 goals 4 minutes later. A week before in the Community Shield slot replaced midfielder Curtis Jones and new striker Hugo Ekitike, and Crystal Palace's Ismaila Sarr equalised within 6 minutes. Slot said the sample size was too small to suggest it was a pattern and backed the depth of his squad. Most changes I've made in the game are due to match fitness and players who were not available in the whole pre-season, said the Liverpool boss. So, Hugo Ekitike, for example, that I took off twice, needs to make a step from Bundesliga to the Premier League and missed out a part of pre-season. And you want to keep him fit for the upcoming games, weeks, months as well. Sometimes you need to take this into account, although that's sometimes difficult for a fan or a pundit because they are like, you need to win this game. Yeah, we need to win this game, but we need to keep them fit for the rest of the season as well. And we do have players on the bench that are equal to the ones that start, so then you need to use your squad. I see it as a coincidence that we've conceded our goals after the substitutions, but time will tell if I'm right or wrong. But on the other hand, we also scored a goal after a substitution. 2, by the way, from Federico and Mo. Liverpool's trip to Newcastle on Monday has been given added spice by the situation surrounding Magpies striker Alexander Isak, a target for Liverpool who is now training alone after seeing the club reject a £110 million bid for him. Last season, the Reds beat Eddie Howe's side at Anfield and drew at St James's Park, but lost the Carabao Cup final to them. Isak scored at Wembley and in the 3-3 Premier League draw, but was absent, as he will be on Monday, for the defeat at Anfield, but Slot does not believe their task will be made much easier. I think if you go to Newcastle, you know what to expect, he added. We played them 3 times last season, and twice their intensity levels were above ours. So, I don't think they need anything to add for them to be intense if they play at St James's Park. Apart from the intensity, it's a very good team. They have also a team that can make it a fight, but they also have players that are so comfortable on the ball. So, one of the best teams in the league and one of the most difficult away games you can have in the season, especially as you say here, under the lights. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.